So you're thinking about moving to Wilton Manors, Florida. In this video, I'm going to show you around on Google Maps. If you want an actual tour of me walking around and showing you Wilton Manors, I did do a video for you, and I'm going to link that right here. You can watch later. But again, in this video, I'm going to show you on a Google Maps, just so that way you have a better understanding of the layout and where everything is. Let's get into it right now. So here is Wilton Manors. I just want to outline it because I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and show you where Wilton Manors is. It is technically the island city, and it is surrounded by Fort Lauderdale and next to Oakland Park. But this section here is Fort Lauderdale, and then this area is Oakland Park. So Wilton Manors is just kind of squeezed between those two cities. So let me go ahead and zoom out here for you. So you can see Wilton Manors is squeezed right here, right there on the Google map. So north over here you have Pompano, even further north you have Boca, Hollywood South, and even further Miami. It is close to the 95 freeway, so it's not far if you actually wanted to travel north or maybe south. And if you want to get to the 95 freeway, you would do that by the 95. So you can see Wilton Manors is rather small compared to Fort Lauderdale, for example. And as I mentioned, it is considered the island city. And the reason it is the island city is because you actually do have to cross bridges to get there. So here's one bridge, another bridge, pretty much right about there and here. So this is the waterway. The actual north and south fork of Middle River is what surrounds Wilton Manors. It's basically 7 miles around. So if you wanted to get on a kayak or paddleboard and just, spend hours going around, very picturesque, that's a great option for outdoor activity in the area. Sometimes if you're driving along and you're not really sure whether you are in Wilton Manors or not, you just have to ask yourself if you've gone over a bridge. I personally live next door to Wilton Manors, so I'm constantly going through Wilton Manors to kind of get around, whether it's to shops or maybe just get around traffic. Sometimes I'll take Wilton Drive or even Northeast 15th Avenue. The great part about being here in Wilton Manors is since you are surrounded by Fort Lauderdale, if you wanted to go over to the beach this way, it's very easy to do. And if you just maybe wanted to go to the nightlife in downtown Fort Lauderdale, that is super easy to do as well. It's just about 10 minutes to downtown from here in Wilton Manors. But let's take a closer look at Wilton Manors and the actual streets and shops. So this is Wilton Drive, or known as the locals, the Drive. And that's basically right here. It curves, and that's really where you're going to find most of the restaurants and shops and pubs and just nightclubs. Everything is pretty much right here. This is where you'll have the Rainbow Flag Street, and where they'll also have the Stonewall Annual Parade and Festival. Before I zoom in closer to Wilton Drive, I just want to point out some of the parks and attractions you can enjoy. So, for example, there is the Richardson Historic Park and Nature Preserve, where they have the actual manor house and carriage house. They even host events here. There's the Collahatchee Park and Dog Park, but be mindful they are closed Tuesdays and Thursdays. Manor Lanes Bowling is not just popular not just popular for residents who live in Wilton Manors, but also for residents of Fort Lauderdale, because the next closest bowling alley is either in Dania Beach or Davie, at least a good one. So this particular bowling alley, and they do have leagues, is popular here. It's kind of one of the only ones, and it's a great place, great food, great drinks. For anyone with families, there is the Wilton Manors Elementary School located right here. For middle school, they do have the Somerset Academy Charter Middle School. And then for high school, you may be looking at going to Fort Lauderdale High School. Now, these are for the most part public. If you want to go private, there is even a private school right here called St. Mark's, not far away. My name is Adela Philipson, and as a reminder, I am a local realtor here in the greater Fort Lauderdale, Florida area. So if you are thinking about moving here in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All the information is down below in the description. A popular place to grab a bite to eat is Stork's Bakery and Coffee House. It's located right on the corner of 26th Street and Northeast 15th Avenue. It's right here. It's not on the drive, but it's very well known, so people go there. Not far from Stork's is the Yard. That's actually where they have the Alchemist Cafe, where they have La Mexicana, as well as Vous La Vous Cafe. I don't know why Google Maps has it here, because technically it's right in between here. But here is La Mexicana Taco Bar. They actually do have Taco Tuesdays, great margaritas. They even have specials like 50% off. They have happy hours. The Alchemist Cafe Garden. This picture right here doesn't even do it justice. It's really nice. See, how fun is that? They have really, really good food, very popular in the area. And then Vous La Vous Cafe, they are very well known for their crepes. See, look at these crepes. Isn't that delicious? Now let's get to the drive. So starting right here, we have Rosie's Bar and Grill, very famous, very casual. And that's one thing I do want to point out when it comes to Wilton Manors. It is more casual. You don't really have that upscale fine dining, white cloth with a servers, bow tie kind of thing like you would in some fancy place such as Beverly Hills. So this is Rosie's Bar and Grill, great hot spot. A lot of locals love going there just to meet up with friends. Great food, great drinks, nothing too fancy. It's a great spot. Bona Italia, that's actually just right across the street. They have some really good food. This is really where the locals go to get a good pizza, good pasta. See how delicious is that? That looks amazing. The pizzas are fantastic. I have had their pizzas before. Definitely delicious. I haven't had the pasta, but with other people that I go, they do end up getting the pasta. Ooh, I'll have to have the salmon next time. So just going to take you further down the drive. They do have Thai Me Up, Thai food, of course. You can tell from the name. They do have the ice cream shop here, the Wilton Creamery. There is Dolce Salato Pizza. So, of course, if you just want to grab a pizza and some gelato, they do have the New York grilled cheese here in Wilton Manors, another spot. Georgie's Alibi Monkey Bar, that's a nightclub. That is definitely a popular one, as well as the venue. This is actually the shops, people just call it the shops, but it's the shops of Wilton Manor. This is where a lot of people go, just kind of like park and shop around, even walk around and stroll up and down the drive. This is Tulio's Tacos and Tequila Bar. That they actually have some really nice outdoor dining. So this is the outside. It's nice, it's just lights, being out, great drinks, great ambiance. They actually have like glass walls, so it gives you that indoor-outdoor feel when you're there. Taking you further down, one of the popular Greek eateries is Ethos Greek Bistro. Some people I know who live in Fort Lauderdale will actually go to Wilton Manors to eat here for some great Greek food. So here it is. That's what it looks like from the outside. And look at this delicious food. I would say there's not a lot of Greek places. They are starting to pop up. And some that have not been so popular are starting to become popular. So this is a great spot here in Wilton Manors, Ethos. Definitely check it out if you're here. Nearby Ethos is also the Thai place, What the Pho. So if you want some, I don't know why it's not showing up here. Oh, there it is. So there it is, What the Pho, some great Thai food. It looks kind of like a hole in the wall, but it's really delicious. That's where I go, actually. Oh, and one of the popular places is the Dairy Queen. Unfortunately, it's not open all the time. I wish it was. But this is a hot spot, not just for people who live in Wilton Manors, but even people from Fort Lauderdale will drive here to get some good Dairy Queen. You know what I'm talking about. Some of the other places here on Wilton Drive, and not far, is actually this corner. So here you have your Dunkin' Donuts, you even have Menchie's there, and this is where the grocery store is, Publix. I find myself spending time in Wilton Manors, just kind of shopping and hanging out and having some good food without having to go to downtown Fort Lauderdale or maybe up and down US 1, just because it's more relaxed, laid back, chill. And talking about a fun time, I know I mentioned Georgie's Alibi Monkey Bar, but there's also the venue, which is right over here, not far from it. I don't know why it's not pulling up on Google Maps, but it's right in here. See? Here we go. So this is the venue, another great place to go out, have a fun time in Wilton Manors on the drive. The best way to gauge the nightlife is really just to go at night, you know, park the car, stroll around, see where the action really is, and just kind of have fun. If you are looking for a place to live in Wilton Manors, there's many options. Right here along the water, of course, you will find waterfront properties, homes primarily, especially even along the canals. But they do offer plenty of townhomes, even a lot of different condos. So if you're looking for something less expensive, condo option is great just to get a better feel of what Wilton Manors is like and see if you really like it yourself, or if you're very happy or you know for sure you want to move there, settling into a townhome or even a home is a great option. If you want to explore more footage of other suburbs surrounding Fort Lauderdale, go ahead and click right here, a playlist I especially made for you. And if you don't want to miss out on anything else, make sure to subscribe. See you later, alligator.